Coach Danny here, Jiu-Jitsu Academy. Today I got another story for you. Now let me just preface, this story technically didn't happen here at the Academy, but it did happen to me and as a result of my actions. So I figured it'll make a good story. So I got another tale for you. So I recently went to my barbershop a few weeks ago and I made the fatal mistake of going there on a Saturday. I'm walking in, I never go on a Saturday, but I had a date with my wife, so I gotta get my hair did. Walked in, there's at least 15, 20 guys waiting on the benches and the booths, and it was like this, really packed. Normally I go in the mornings, I avoid all that headache, but it is what it is. So I find a place to sit, I squeeze next to somebody, and I patiently wait for my spot. I'm doing the math, I'm thinking, I'm here for at least 30 minutes to an hour. What are you gonna do? I'm in now for about 20 minutes, and now this guy walks in, and there's no place to sit, so he just stands there. And within literally 1 minute, the barber and chair number 6 is finished with his client, his customer. He then waves the guy over. He waited maybe 2 or 3 minutes. Boom, now the guy's in the chair. So obviously I see this and I look around, I was like, man, is nobody else bothered by this? How'd this guy come in here and wait 1 minute and now he's in a chair? Obviously he's getting special treatment, so I'm getting very irate. So I'm looking around, I'm hoping someone else, did you see that? Did you see that? And nobody's taking the bait, but I'm getting really worked up and watching him. He's putting the thing around his neck, he's tying it, and he's literally about to cut his hair. So what do? I turn to the owner, who's in chair number 1, and I say, hey man, how do I get on that list? How do I get on that VIP list? Because I want to get in that list because somehow that guy has beat me here. I want to know how to get on that list. And yes, I said it just like that, very loud, very obnoxious. The owner then turns to me and is about to explain to me what happened. But then what happens is the guy that's in the seat, the customer that's being now worked on, he then turns his chair and he screams to me, he goes, man, won't you mind your business? Well, let me just preface that, again, I do train martial arts and I'm typically 99% of the time a very patient, humble person. But when he said that to me, it made me crazy. I then stood up like a maniac, rushed over to the booth next to him, pulled out a pair of scissors, put them on my hand, pointed the scissors at his face and said, you say one more word, I'm gonna put this in your throat. The guy then turned white, didn't say a word. I then turned around to address the owner and I realized that every single person in there, about 20 men deep, are all looking at me with these bug eyes, literally like I'm a crazy person. It was so quiet at that moment, you could hear a pin drop, and I realized, oh my God, what the heck am I doing? How dare I behave like that? Who am I to walk in this man's business? Who am I to threaten anyone with any type of violence? This is not my character. This is not how I normally behave. Why the heck am I doing this? I then put the scissors down, put my head down, and I walked out of the back very quickly. Well, of course, the owner and 3 other barbers followed me outside, and they're both trying to calm me down, but I was already calm. I was so embarrassed by what I had done. And they're both talking to me, oh my God, coach, no problem. We'll have a chair for you 1 minute. Just give us 1 minute, we'll open the chair. Don't worry. So I act like an animal, and on top of that, you guys are gonna reward me by giving me a chair right away, like I get special treatment for acting like that. Oh my God, when they did that, it made me feel 100 times worse. At that moment, I realized I gotta fix this and I gotta fix this now. This is not how men behave. I then walked inside and I apologized to every single human being in that place. I shook everyone's head and said, I'm sorry, with my head very humbled and very low, especially the guy threatened. I put him up and I go, please forgive me. And I gave him a big hug. And of course, I was very blessed. Everyone forgave me. They say, no big deal. People have bad days. No worries. I then sat down and waited for my turn, just like I should have done to begin with. It turns out that guy did not get special treatment. He had an appointment. He went on the barber's app, set up that appointment, paid more for that appointment, and he was coming on time for his appointment. Now, what's the point? Why am I sharing this ridiculous, embarrassing story that really I haven't told nobody about yet? I'm sharing this with you because I see 2 clear lessons that I think my students can learn from. Number 1, just because I have the ability, just because a person such as myself or anybody who trains at this facility eventually acquires enough skills and has the ability to beat up almost anybody he runs across, does not give us the right, does not give me the right to behave like an arrogant piece of garbage. And more importantly, number 2, when you as a human being make a mistake, just like I did that day, you have to rectify it. You have to go out of your way to rectify it and apologize. Saying the word I'm sorry at the right moment and really show your sincerity is more valuable than gold to some people. Anyway, I think there's a lesson there. That's why I share this with you today. And I'll just conclude by saying, don't be an idiot like me. Stay humble, stay respectful. This is Coach Danny. I'm out.